Well, happy 70th birthday, Tara. It's just a tish early. Yep. What can be said about a man who has touched so many lives? We wanted to share some of our thoughts about you, what you mean to us, what we love about you, some great memories, and the crazy things we have to put up with you when having a conversation. So here we go. More than 70 things about Terry, or Pops. For me, as a Scottish lassie, I can appreciate your strong Irish pride and was honored to join your family in performing at one of St. Patrick's Day shows at St. Gabe's. And I thank you for that, years ago. I have fond memories of so many summers together with you just chilling in the boat on Gun Lake in Michigan. I loved hearing your creative poems and was thrilled when I finally got one of my own. Of course, back in the early 70s, a camping trip would never be complete without a burning t-shirt, right?
I remember.
Love you, bro. Okay, I have one from Cheryl. I remember Terry reading poems to you, his poem to you, Dee, at your surprise birthday party here in Manistee. Before that, I didn't realize he was such a famous poet. The smile on his face was priceless when he got up to read it because he knew you would be so surprised. The laughter, moans, groans, smiles, and memories that he brought to you, and everyone, was memorable. I knew that he was lovely, caring, family-oriented man. Getting to know your family only shows what a treasure he is to his whole family. Love you, Bill.
I thought you weren't supposed to say anything nice.
All right, Uncle Terry has always been such a fun uncle to spend time with. He's always joking around, has great attitude and outlook. Christy, what do you want me to write?
Okay.
All right.
Did you read Paris?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Uncle Terry is always smiling no matter what. He always finds the silver lining.
Uncle Terry always jokes around with the kids. He's funny.
English?
Big
Want to do
Al.
this in English?
Big
I'll try. Okay, the first time I met Terry, when I came down here at D and met Terry and Dora, we took a ride and Terry and I were in his van, and he pulled into that famous traditional old-time Irish restaurant, you know, McDonald's. And as we pulled in, he went up to the speaker and he asked me if I wanted some coffee. And I said, sure. And he turned around and said, what do you want, 4 and 4? 4 and 4? And I thought, what the hell, 4 and 4? What's that mean? Well, when we got up to the takeout window, obviously 4 creams and 4 sugars, I said, sure, Terry, that'd be good with me. So that was my moment. Nancy, the first time I met Uncle Terry, he gave me a big kiss. Nice job on my cheek and hugged me. It was like I've been family all my life. I love to listen to him when he's telling me about things that have happened or a story. I laugh so hard all the time when we are around him. And Callista, I like when Pops makes that pop noise with his mouth. That's it. It sounds funny and he makes me giggle. Happy birthday, Tara.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I'll start with a few of mine. I got a couple others to read, but Pops is always quick with a joke, a limerick, or an anecdote that cracks everyone up. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. I can't wait to hear what he has for us today after today's surprise. Pops has always shown all of us, at least I speak for myself, what it truly means to be a husband, a father, a grandfather, an uncle, a friend, and a man. I'm proud to call him an uncle and a role model. One that Tim actually carried up. Pops took Tim and I to one of the best baseball games ever that we didn't even get into. Come on, fellas. Tim elaborates on that. One day my cousin Rob was in for Michigan. At the spur of the moment, we talked Dad into taking us to a Sox game. So we drove down near Comiskey and parked in a small private lot off of 35th. When we tried to buy tickets, I don't know how he remembers all these details, but when we tried to buy tickets, we learned that the game was sold out. Bummed out, we schlepped back to the car, but by that time the lot was full and packed so tightly that we were blocked in. So we couldn't even get the car out. So we had no choice but to hang out on 35th Street. First we ate at O'Malley's hot dog stand, then we bought some souvenirs at Grandstand, and we finally went to a local dive bar and watched the game on TV. But not to drink, since Rob and I were still in grade school. We ate mounds of peanuts and made the best of it. When we finally got home that night, Mom and Aunt Dee asked how the game went, not knowing that we didn't even technically go into the game, and Rob and I blurted out it was great. From that night on, we developed a great phrase that we still use as a running family joke. Come on, fellas! Tim had a couple others here I'll get through real quick. Most of my childhood memories of Dad came from our shared love of your Chicago White Sox. So here are some of my favorites. Dad took me to my first White Sox game on July 19th, 1989, a doubleheader against the Yankees at Old Comiskey. My favorite player, Carlton Fisk, hit a home run and the Sox won Game 1 while Game 2 was rained out. There's a picture of me standing near home plate while Don Mattingly's at bat, which still might actually be hanging on our hallway in Parkside. Quite possible. One night, Dad and I were walking on the lower concourse at Old Comiskey behind home plate, near Nancy Folk's piano booth. We stopped to watch the action for a bit. Soon after, a foul ball came screaming our way and careened off the seats and into the concourse. Dad gave chase along with a few others, and he came back with his hands cupped together. I thought he was just fooling around, as always. I added that. But sure enough, he ran down that foul ball. It was hit by former Tiger, Lou Whitaker, and still sits in the desk in my basement office. So from Tim and I, happy birthday, Pops. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't hear him this year.
Okay. All right, these are from Tim. One day, Dad and I were sitting in the upper deck nosebleeds.
I only can hear one ear. Leave that.
Nosebleeds in the very top row, high above first base, looking out towards the lake. Frank Thomas comes to plate, and Dad told me if I stood up and did a dance, Thomas would hit a home run. So I played along, got up, did a little ditty, and sure enough, the Big Hurt homered. From that day on, we always referred those lucky seats in section 512. Yeah. Dad even took me to Wrigley Field a few times. Once for a crosstown classic against the Sox back when those games didn't count. But he also took me to a regular Cubs game too. I'm guessing he must have received the tickets free from a buddy at work. We took some joy in watching the Cubbies get pummeled by the Braves that day. Then everything's baseball related. During the Sox magical season in 2005, Dad and I went to a few games and watched a bunch of more on TV together. When we were up 3-0 on the Astros in the World Series, we were thinking, sweet. The deciding Game 4 was on Wednesday night, so I worked downtown that day, then took the L back to my apartment in Wrigleyville, ironic, huh? Changed clothes and drove down to Parkside in time for the first pitch. Dad, Johnny, and I, 3 generation, watched the Sox clinch the World Series title that night, and we jumped around the living room like a bunch of little kids. All right, that was from Tim. Happy birthday from Tim.
Why don't you wait for Chuck maybe? He'll be here.
Okay. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he'll be. Okay. So wait for all mine? Okay.
We're going to get
All right, I don't follow directions really well.
I know.
Yes, you do, because you're my other father. So your gift is your rose. So you have to read the card.
Okay. Got my letter opener.
So you're doing my job. I don't even have to read it.
Life's an amazing gift, and you are too. Well, thank you. So celebrate both today and shine as bright as you can.
I think he's got it.
So I was told to write a memory of Uncle Terry. I decided to make a memory.
I decided to make a memory a gift. My fondest memory of Uncle Terry is Friday spaghetti. Well, it is actually my first memory. Every time at the Bracken function the topic came up of the Bracken clan would all argue. To this day, I still don't know, is it tomato soup, is it sauce, is it paste? So here are all three, and you can make them all and tell us which tastes the best.
That's a good one.
That's cute.
Oh, I hate it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I'm a
Terry
Yankee.
is not my uncle. My brother. No duh.
Hey, Uncle Junior.
One of my brothers. I don't know how many I got anymore.
I know.
Okay.
Wait, it's gotta be done.
This is hard to read. There ain't not later.
We have a Spanish lesson.
When we were younger, I know I was born on December 1st. And Terry was born on December 2nd. But my parents insisted on celebrating Jack's birthday on the 2nd and Terry's on the 11th. Finally, I convinced them to look up their birth certificates. And
now
they
we're celebrating on September.
discovered that Terry was born on the 2nd and Jack was born on the 11th. And that's the first time when I was a kid that I was right, my mother and father were wrong. The other times, I was always wrong. Now this is Barb Bracken. My wife, Barb, she left her glasses at home, so I'm going to have to read this for her. In the early 70s, Pink and I were in Sarasota, Florida with Dora and Terry at the White Sox spring training camp. One evening at a restaurant for a fish fry, we found ourselves dancing with members of the team and Harry Carey himself. Holy cow! Now, somewhere in Lake Michigan, there's a smiling catfish after Terry lost his partial while water skiing. And that catfish was smiling. Yeah.
We're proud of her, Mary.
Yes.
It's hard to read.
When I was small,
Nobody. That's
I
ridiculous.
had beautiful red hair, but you used to call me Weed. And I thought I was beautiful. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm reading. Terry, my brother, 70 years old, can't believe it. Wow.
Wow, I can't believe it either. Thank you very much.
Oh man.
You're down there somewhere.
Where's Dia?
After me, they take after Chuck. All right, this is from me. I got a bunch here. Okay. This is from me, Dad.
Okay.
When we used to take road trips when I was younger, I would get car sick. And he would never allow us to stop for me. And he would hand me back a plastic bag to throw up in. Isn't it funny how on road trips now, he's the one that always needs to stop?
Yep.
When I was in sports and I was younger, I had broken bones, I pulled my hamstring, and he always would tell me, shake it off, it's no big deal, it's just a jammed finger. You didn't pull that hamstring. Always a broken finger, pulled hamstrings and everything. Another memory that actually the Wilkins will remember this, he always took his teeth out and scared the neighborhood children, especially when they were bad. How about Bisquick everything? My dad cooked and he would use Bisquick to make every single thing he cooked with. Also knowing someone somewhere everywhere we went, even out of state, he would run into somebody that he knew from the neighborhood or somewhere, even when we were out of state. On Sundays, this is Carolyn and Tim will remember this. He would stand up, sit down, pray, sing, and we couldn't bother him because he was at church.
Wait, he made us do it with him a couple times.
Because if you walked in on him, you had to do whatever was going on the TV. All right. When it came to buying 2 different cars and also purchasing our lake house, he was never there. Me and Mom would call him and tell him that we were about to buy something without him ever seeing it. He would say, if it's good, go ahead, buy it. So we actually bought and put an offer in on the house of the lake house. He never even seen it. He would always trust our instincts. Back in the day when we would sit and watch Hunter and In the Heat of the Night all the time together, remember that? After a long Christmas Eve, every Christmas Eve actually this was, even though he was so tired, in parentheses, hung over, he would wake up at 5 in the morning when I, particularly me, would wake him up to open our gifts. Now being an adult, I understand how huge this is. Okay. When he used to work at the Chicago Public Schools and the school alarms would go off, Wells Fargo's would call the house and would tell him that there was an alarm at the school in the middle of the night or on the weekends going off. He would take me with him always and have me help him, and usually not in the nicest of neighborhoods, and have him help me clear the buildings. My weapon at the time was usually a mop or a broom, not knowing that one day that would become my career. Then this is from Bree. You want to read it or no? Okay. This is from Bree. Pops always gives me treats and ice cream. I love that he makes up silly jokes, silly words, and silly cheers for our cheer team. I love that Pops comes to everything that we do, our dance recitals, our cheerleading games, and that he taught all the kids how to make the pop sound.
I did that too.
And this is from Caitlin. Kate said, I think it's funny when he gives...
I think it's funny when he gives us old candy, shoehorns, and plastic junior sheriff badges. I laugh when he tries to speak Spanish to us. And I love when he always tries to make me do crossword puzzles with him.
Now this is from Charlie, my stepson, that's in the military right now. I enjoy all of your jokes. And he really likes at the lake house when you come out of the house with your neon orange swim trunks. Which is a standing joke in our family because he owns a neon swimsuit and now Savio owns a neon swimsuit, and the joke about both of them, neither of them know how to swim. So we think it's a cautionary. If I'm going down, save me, you can find me. Alex.
Motive to our madness.
That's right, that's right. Alex wrote, my stepdaughter, who's down at school, who's supposed to actually be here. You've got style. I like your Adidas tracksuit. You are super cool. Ever since Mom was gone, Dad went and bought his own clothes. He bought a nice Adidas tracksuit, and he came over, and all the grandkids, all the grandkids thought, wow, that's really cool. Who bought that? He said, I saw it at Kohl's, and I really liked it. Thought it was cool. I love all your jokes, and when you call people muggle. At the lake house, when you have the obsession with watching Law and Order all the time.
Is this still Alex?
Yeah.
And this is from Chuck, who's still at work. He should be here momentarily. Chuck, Terry's keeping the spirit of Rodney Dangerfield alive with all his one-liners.
I know, I got her.
He's the best fishing pole tangler alive next to Anthony. And he's my right-hand man on all my lake house projects. And he's got to thank you for treating all of his kids like your family. So that's from Chuck.
Why do you have to say out?
Whenever I would see you, I always had the joke, oh, hey Denise, where's the nephew?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's right. I have a couple from Parkside. The first is Dennis Wilkin. I don't know where he was. He was sitting there. Dennis writes, "Can I borrow some of your weed killer? I like the look of your brown grass." And the next one is from his wife, Lorraine. At the time, I thought it might have been neighborly to have our dogs fertilize your grass. And after that, we have Florence and Wally. next door neighbors. If we could, we would present you with the neighbor's plaque for your garden. Now is the perfect time to thank you for your 28 years of friendship just next door over the fence. Just keep on going, Terry.
Thank you.
28 years of block parties.
Thank you so much.
All right, and the next one is mine. Michelle and I were about 16, and Mr. B owned a black Chevette. We needed to borrow it to go to the Oak Lawn roller rink with our friends. However, Michelle hated that car and was embarrassed. So Terry said to us, just tell everyone that you're borrowing your dad's vet, and everyone will think it's a Corvette. As we were driving down Cicero, we prayed that we didn't see anyone we knew, and when we got to the roller rink, we parked it across the street by the McDonald's, behind the dumpster. So we had to cross Cicero to get to the roller rink, praying we didn't get hit. We told everyone at the roller rink that we had Michelle's dad's vet, and we had to park it away from everyone else. So thanks for letting us borrow your vet.
We're going to go back some years. Because I've known Terry since I was a teenager.
Yes, you have.
And so what I remember most about him was his positive attitude. I always thought it was great. I remember all the girls wanting to dance with him. And also he was a very good bowler. That was about it. Except when I first met Dora, I met her at church. And we sat down and we really kind of hit it off and became very good friends. And I said to her, what's your husband's name? And she said, Terry. And I said, oh, Bracken? She said, yeah. I said, I don't believe it. So it was amazing that she married Terry.
Left-handed compliment. Left-handed compliment.
Sure was.
Pops, I probably have lots of memories that I don't remember until Carolyn brings them up. So you'll have to forgive me on some of this.
Okay.
But
It's just a pleasure having you here from California.
of course, I'm not going to miss your birthday party. One memory I do remember clearly was going down to Canaryville to watch you in a play about the 50s and 60s. I remember after that thinking, how cool is Carolyn's dad? He gets up on stage and sings and dances. It was like you were a celebrity.
She was only 9.
Teach them young.
Exactly. And you always have a smile on your face and making me laugh. So happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Lucky me. So, Pops, you have shown me that being related by blood is not what makes a relationship. You always treated me like a daughter, and you made me a proud member of the Bracken clan. It really is a pleasure to be part of such an amazing group of people. We have shared some good times and not so good moments. Throughout it all, you have led and kept your family together. Dora, Mom will be so proud of you. I love you, Pops. Thank you for showing me and my family so much love. Happy birthday.
Thank you, dear. Are you doing something for the blind?
Larry, up there.
People are talking and you're over here like this. That's pretty nice. I like that.
Now with your hat,
He says by the time he comes over here, the party will be over.
Yeah, Dad.
Okay.
Dad, the blind people couldn't see that. The blind people couldn't see that. It's the deaf people.
Oh, deaf.
Yeah.
That's me talking.
Okay, this is without my glasses, so I hope I do read it nicely. This is the very first time I met Terry.
No. It's Annette and Larry.
Yeah. Help me read.
You want me to read it? Okay.
This is a real comedy team here.
Hold it.
Okay.
Larry.
Okay.
Savio and Carolyn invited us over to meet Terry and Dora for the first time, and we were so nervous.
No, we were not.
Would they like us? When we got there, Terry and Dora came to our car with open arms. Then Terry said to us, "We are so happy to have Savio in our family. Thank you for giving us your son." We too were happy to have Carolyn in our family. Terry and Dora held our hands and all our nervousness left us. I said to Terry, "We are family. Thank you, Terry. You are the best."
And that is true because you are the best.
Your turn, Larry. Hot sauce.
Okay.
Leave me alone, guys.
Johnny went in your room and knocked on my window, and he scared the crap out of me. And
I don't know. Okay. All right. Oh, I gotta get it.
Terry is peanut man to me, right? Throw the peanuts. But all I have to say is you're the best. Husband, father-in-law, and I love you. Do you know that I actually met the Brackens way before you?
No.
Because I know them.
Yes.
Bill and Nancy?
Yes. Very good.
For like 30 years.
I know.
Yeah.
That's true. See? Small world.
And then meeting her. Small world. So welcome to the family, Terry.
Thank you so much.
Terry saying yes to Savio.
Aww.
We would not have been part of this family. So thank you very much and happy birthday, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Les.
I'm going to cry. Yes, you could say it.
Well, why wouldn't I say yes to Savio? Savio is a man.
He got it on my stack too.
Okay. And Pops too.
And chefs too.
Don't spill. You're not coming up here? Okay. Okay, I have written down, these are a few of mine. I have things I remember and reasons why I love my dad. When my friends were in the car, he would get out at stoplights and start dancing. Oh yeah! He was a huge hit at every father-daughter dance, and all my friends would come and dance with him. And the block parties. After getting any Christmas gift, birthday gift, or father's gift, he always says, "Thank you, you should have." He makes the best popcorn, and he would hide candy in his underwear drawers so that we couldn't find it and only offer it to us when it was rock hard. He used to take us driving in the cemeteries because he would say the people are already dead. When Dad would get mad at us, he would take his tongue out and hit his fists on the table. He would make up his own language that he would use instead of swearing. And my number one reason is that he's just the best dad ever. He instilled values in me that... Sorry.
My number one reason is that he is the best dad ever. He's instilled values in me that have made me the parent I am today. And I am forever grateful to my dad and mom.
Very good.
Carolyn out. Mic drop, Carolyn.
I'll read Johnny's.
I'll do it.
All right, Johnny Gonsalves.
Pops was the first one to play bass. Pops was the first one to play baseball with me and teach me how to play. And whenever I want something or need something, he always buys it for me.
From a typical teenager. Whenever I need it.
Loud.
Alexei.
Normal voice, please.
He taught us all Pops with a finger. Pops always tell me keep your eye on the ball. He always says, does the rain have any effect on the rhubarb? Not if it comes in a can. He goes to lots of my football games and baseball games. When he orders coffee at McDonald's, it's always 4 cream and 4 eggs full. That'll do.
That'll do. 4 to 4, that'll do. Did you put it in the bag? Good one, Neen.
All right, Emily can solve this.
You want Daddy to read yours? Oh, you want to hold it, but Daddy read it? Can you do that?
Yep. I love that Pops takes us to Rocket Park. He takes us to McDonald's for ice cream all the time. He goes to my Pops always says, don't let
the bug bite.
Okay, now you don't let the bug bite.
What is Pops? What did he teach you to say? Don't whistle.
Don't whistle upon me like a dog. Come upstairs and climb upon my door. If I'm not home. If I'm not home. Mom, say it louder.
Okay, let Daddy read it.
He taught me to say, don't whistle upon me like a dog, come upstairs and clap upon my door. If I'm not home till I return. Wait, huh? Yeah, ain't it?
Yeah. Word to the wise.
Okay, Sob's turn.
That's turn.
That wasn't really one, that was just being funny.
Yummy.
I said, I love that Pops is a Sox fan. Nah, he's a positive role model for his kids, grandchildren, and for all of us. I really appreciate that he comes to the kids' games and dances, and I always enjoy his one-liners.
Okay. Were we the last one?
I think so.
Happy birthday, Terry.
Rob's got one last one.
This one was from Cadence because we wanted to save it for the end. So Cadence says, I love the Sudoku pajamas that Pops wears. So good night, put on your pajamas.
Okay, there's a picture of him in there with those on.
Okay, now we have to...
Okay, yeah. Here you go, Terry. You want to bring it? What do you want to do? Okay, we're going to bring the cake out here.
I said I am completely flabbergasted. I never in a million years expected this. I mean, it's so wonderful that all you took time out of your busy schedule to come and do something for me.
Hot. Yes, hot.
This was certainly not expected. I mean, I was saying that when I think about today is September 24th, I wasn't born till December 2nd. God. So you asked me, was I surprised? Well, excuse me, hell yes I was. But like I said, to reiterate, I want to thank each and every one of you who came here to surprise me, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't deserve all this. And this what you all just put on for me, it was out of this world. I can't say enough, you know. And I just want to also mention that I am so happy that I can stand here and celebrate my 70th birthday with my family. And they're all with me, which is amazing. It is a blessing. And I know that my other better half is up there looking down, you know. It's a shame. It's a shame that she isn't here to enjoy this with me. But
she's here, Tara. She's
we'll be
here.
We'll be talking later. And
she's saying happy
again,
birthday.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And she had me making that 10 pounds of potato salad.
Yeah, there you go.
Who would have thought that?
Who you think threw this party? It wasn't these two. It was her. Trust me.
Who talked me into making 10 pounds of potato salad?
You made the potato salad?
10 pounds, Linda.
Very good.
Thank God I didn't
turned out
eat
very well.
Listen, it's her recipe. Well, it's actually Lorraine's recipe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday And thank you all very much. You should have.